Is your magic meter running low? Well, we've got a cure for you. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm Patrick Dougal.
And Patrick.
What?
We got some kind of awesome viewer mail that I need to share with you.
Okay.
Shout out to Tracy Hess, who, guess what she did while listening to our show?
Went to Disney.
Lost 48 pounds.
Oh.
Listening to our show. Tracy Hess, congratulations. She goes, so she would go on walks and she was bored while on her walk. So she was looking for Disney podcasts. She goes, I weeded through a few Disney podcasts and then found DCTC. It's my favorite and makes my walk so much more enjoyable. So Tracy, thanks for writing.
I'm glad I was walking because I thought she was just like throwing up from listening to us.
Is that really the first thing that popped into your mind?
No.
That's sad. No, that's fantastic. Congratulations and thanks for writing. I think that's awesome. That's probably some of my favorite viewer/listener mail that we've ever received.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
Beans.
Rock and roll. On that note, though, we have to talk Disney's Hollywood Studios today.
Yes.
Because if you haven't heard, there are a ton of changes occurring. Of course, we all know that Star Wars Land is being built there.
Mm-hmm. As well as Toy Story Land.
As well as Toy Story Land. I always forget that, but that is the truth. It's Toy Story Land as well. So, of course, with that coming, it means a lot of things are going away. And so let's go through the list. Let's start with the Erfell Tower.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's kind of started all with the announcement of Lights, Motors, Action, Stunt Show.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the announcement. And then it was like, oh yeah, and by the way, this too. And by the way, this too. And like Erfell Tower is kind of lower on the list as far as when I heard about it. And I was like, oh my God, the Erfell Tower. If you don't know what the Erfell Tower is, that is the water tower that
has Mickey ears on it.
It was kind of the icon of the park, one of the many icons of the park. Mm-hmm. I'm bummed about this. How do you feel about the Erfell Tower?
Yeah, I mean, it was always kind of a staple. You really only see it if you actually come in through the like main entrance of Disney Hollywood Studio. Yes, Hollywood Studios. I usually came from the back entrance, so I like never usually saw it.
You could see it from some areas in the park.
Yeah.
It was a bigger part when like they had the studio tour.
Yeah, it was a big part of the backlot tour. And to me, it just kind of makes sense. It's obviously not a location that you can even get to now. So it was just kind of there that you always saw it from far away. It is sad because it's been there for so long, but like it just makes sense. It's like they're going to use that space. They need to get rid of it.
Do you think there's any chance of them simply moving it?
I think they could. I don't know where to.
Here's my thing.
But,
if they get rid of it, to me, that is just confirmation that Disney's Hollywood Studios is no longer going to have anything to do with making movies.
Studios, yeah.
Because the reason, if you don't know this, the reason that it's a water tower is because that is like the icon of movie studios, is water towers. The reasoning for that is when most of these studios were built, there was nothing around them, so they needed water towers to bring water in case of a fire. But of course, most of these water towers are empty at the real studios these days. And the one, I'm assuming the Erfell Tower has always been empty, but I don't know for certain, to be honest. But that's why that was like a Hollywood Studios icon. So I think if they get rid of it, it's just confirmation of that.
The funniest part of this is I remember when Star Wars Weekends was still going on at Hollywood Studios, they would use the Erfell Tower in a lot of the promo. Like it would like open in the Millennium Falcon and it would like come out. Yeah. So if you look at like previous like Star Wars Weekends like promo commercials, they used a lot of the Erfell Tower, which is now kind of funny because Star Wars has taken over.
Although I think that area will probably be more Toy Story Land.
Yeah.
But that's funny. I always remember as a kid watching the Disney Channel at the end of MMC, Mickey Mouse Club, or Adventures in Wonderland, a lot of the shows that have the shot of the Erfell Tower and it says, this show was shot at Disney MGM Studios. And I'm bummed. I'm really, really bummed to see that go.
But as you mentioned in the beginning, though, they did announce that they were getting rid of Lights, Motors, Action.
Yeah.
Which... Okay.
Here's the thing about Lights, Motors, Action.
It's to me, it just seemed I guess it makes sense because it's like stunts with Hollywood studios, whatever. But it was just, it's such a massive area that like just the whole area between the seating and the whole staging, it's just like, I felt like just you can do so much more with that space.
You know why it was put there, like why it was put there? The history of like the Year of a Million Dreams thing?
Yeah.
So it was, if you don't know, during the Year of a Million Dreams, which was 2001, they brought in an attraction from every Disney resort to Walt Disney World. So from Disneyland Paris came Lights, Motors, Action, Stunt Show. Here's the thing, not my favorite, but always appreciated how unique it is. You will never see a stunt show like that. A Cars stunt show, like that's really awesome, really expensive. Impressive tricks they're doing. I've always liked the show. I'm just not a Cars guy. Yeah. I should say I've always appreciated the show. I'm just not a Cars guy. I do wonder what if it were, and I hate to say this because I'm so that type of person who's like, not everything needs to be an IP or connected to a franchise or whatever, but would you like it more if it were connected to a franchise? Like, say, like Disney owned Bourne Identity and it was like a Bourne Identity stunt show with cars.
Well, they have Pixar cars in the show.
Yeah, but that's a little.
And they already like tried to connect it, and I'm still not.
But that doesn't count. I mean, like the actual show, not like the in between, actual stunt moments. Like the stuff that they do with cars is silly. Yeah, it's not the show. I don't know. I'm just curious. What if it were an IP? Do you think it would be more interesting, or you just don't care?
No.
Yeah, and they knocked down Residential Street for it, so I've always kind of been angry about that. So it's gone. The official last day, April 2nd.
I'm gonna get like crazy bashing right here, but I've always
I love this.
I've always had a problem with the shows at Hollywood Studios. Not all of them. American Idol didn't like.
Yeah. Never saw.
Lights, Motors, Action.
Can't even say didn't like. Never saw.
Lights, Motors, Action. I never went to see. I'm honestly not even.
You don't mean that literally. You've seen it.
No. I've seen it. I've literally only seen it maybe 3 times.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm kind of sick of Indiana Jones.
Well, that leads me to an interesting question, because I was wondering, so do you think Indy's in trouble? Because for a long time, I feel like those were the rumors that Indiana Jones were going to go away. I think Disney's going to reboot that franchise.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think that they're like, let's hold on to this. Let's reboot the stunt show when it comes time to do so. I do feel like they should always keep that opening scene, though, because the boulder's too iconic to get rid of. Yeah. But I don't know. Do you think it's in trouble? I remember at one point you were saying you knew people in the show or something. You were saying like their contracts were running out.
And then they renewed contracts, and they've been, from what I know, they've been on 1-year contracts. Like they're not longer than that.
Okay. I think it's safe. I feel like we would have.
But yeah, with new news of Indiana Jones maybe being rebooted by the Disney company, it'd be stupid for them to get rid of it. However, they need to do something with it.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll do anything with it until they reboot the franchise, which we haven't really heard anything about. So what's the earliest? 2018, 2019? Yeah. The earliest?
But
so it's gonna be
as for me, just now, when I visit Hollywood Studios, I don't see Indiana Jones.
I do.
I don't see Lights, Motors, Action. I don't see, well, what was American Idol, now Frozen.
Indy, I do see. Of like everything you just mentioned, Indiana Jones is the one I would go to. How about that? Out of the ones you've mentioned, which one like would you?
Oh, Indiana Jones.
Indy, okay. Yeah, it's a.
I just go to Voyage and Beast.
Voyage of the Little Mermaid, yay! And Voyage and Beast over Indy and Cars. Oh my God, such different level of production value. That says a lot about Patrick. And a little thing that's going away is Mike and Sully, of course. Your favorite thing, like character meet and greets.
It was a very random area, to be honest.
Where was it actually?
It was if you go down by the backlot tour, but before like the like almost like Roger Rabbit kind of gift shop where there's like big
near
barrels.
That little eatery near the
There's like big barrels, like 100 tons. It's all like cartoony. There was like a back little like area that was, and then if you went through that, there was like opened up to where Lights, Motors, Action is. So
we don't have Mike Wazowski out here, do we? At Disneyland, I've never really seen him other than parades.
No, yeah, because he can't really walk.
If he falls, he's down.
Fun fact that Mike Wazowski is the most expensive Disney character.
Circles are expensive. This is like
his eye is legit like glass. It's almost.
Fun fact. I don't know if I told you. I found out how much the paintbrushes in in making the magical map cost? Do you have any idea?
Like the ones they use?
Yeah, each brush.
Well, I can tell you how much mine was.
I doubt it cost this much.
Probably like $1,000.
$6,000.
Ooh.
$6,000 per paintbrush is what I'm hearing.
What are they made out of?
Supposedly very, very, very lightweight.
Yeah. I mean,
so,
mine's very lightweight.
So that's great. How much did you pay for yours?
$150.
$1.50?
No, $150.
$150?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Patrick, you're crazy.
You guys look into prop making. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but Mike Wazowski gets a real
it's like
fake
plexiglass.
Wow,
like
that's crazy.
Hard, yeah.
Wow. I wonder, is that what they look through as well? Or maybe they look through.
Mike looks through his eye.
Of course. Duh. What am I thinking? So Mike and Sully are going away. Watto's Grotto is going away, which is fine because they got the launch bay now, which is where you can do all of your Star Wars shopping. And of course, when Star Wars lands there, you're gonna have no problem finding Star Wars merch. The Studio Catering Company, I gotta be honest, never eaten there.
This is the one right next to...
Don't say it. We'll get to it.
Right next to Jeff's favorite.
We'll get there. But yeah, have you ever eaten? Was it just burgers and fries?
Yeah, I've eaten there a couple of times.
Yeah, nothing special.
I'm gonna be sad that they're gonna get rid of the Coke. The giant Coca-Cola that's just sprays
water. Yeah. So that leads us to the thing I'm very upset about. If you listen to the show, you know. Listen, I knew this was coming. When I was there in October, I said my goodbyes. I knew it was going to be the last time I'd be seeing it. The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie set playground is going away. I'm really sad about this, though.
Fond memories.
It's so great. Can I tell you, the first time I went in there, I actually remember waiting in line to get in there. Actually, in October, I remember there was a line to get in, which I hadn't seen in many, many, many years. But I remember a line to get in there. People love their Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie set playground.
I'm sure.
People do.
The only thing I remember is a kid slid down the slide with a full diaper.
Yeah, no.
And left a poo trail.
Yeah, that's great.
So
when's the last time you were in there?
That was me on the slide.
And it was a year ago. Yeah, I love it. Oh my god, it's so good. Do you think we will see some of those grass blades repurposed as Andy's backyard?
No.
I don't either. But here's why. Because I think that they're like very natural looking. I don't think they would look right in a Pixar world. But it's an interesting idea. They're giving the excuse that like the whole Andy's backyard thing, you're going to be shrunken down to size, which is part of the reason they're getting rid of it. But listen, to anybody out there who has connections, Lon, I'm talking to you. I would like Auntie very much. If you can get me Auntie, that would be good.
Company D.
If you could, let me tell you, if that was at Company D, I would seriously consider. He would go out on my front lawn. Like, that would be fantastic. A giant blade of grass, I'm good with that. Super soaker.
You don't even have a front lawn.
You do. There's a little lawn out there.
Okay.
I could put a giant blade of grass.
I'm as long as I can put my Cave of Wonders with
the Cave of Wonders. That's right. That's right, man. Yours went in size, that for sure. That thing's huge.
Yeah.
I would put the ant in my living room. I'd figure out a way to make it work. That'd be. How would you like Auntie from the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie set playground to be on the set of DCTC?
Or the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin the Musical Spectacular.
Oh, okay. Leave a comment below. Which would you prefer? I think I know what's going to win. But let's just think about this for a second. The Cave of Wonders, it'd be like the bottom of his mouth would be right here. It wouldn't be very good to look
but it
at.
would open and close.
Oh, we could enter through the mouth of the Cave.
Welcome to Disney Custom.
Oh, that'd be absurd.
Yeah.
And for the people listening, they would be like, we don't care at all.
Yeah.
So this is for
There'd
you on
be
YouTube.
fog and strobe effects.
Yeah,
That'd be really cool. Or you can just have an ant.
Yeah. So, seriously, folks, if you want, steal something for me from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie set playground. I would appreciate it. Although I'm not saying you should steal. But
it's like you just said. You should steal something.
You shouldn't. Let's just say if something gets caught beneath your shoe, feel free to email us and let me know. I'll take anything from it.
Okay.
I would love it. Ugh. I'm going to miss it so much.
Bye.
And that's, I believe, all April 2nd, or a lot of it's April 2nd. And I think that's it for closures. Am I missing anything? That's all. Let's think, though. That's like, is that like a third of the park?
Yeah,
It's like
everything to the left.
That's a massive amount. That's a massive amount of stuff. So, bye-bye. But I guess let's talk about some stuff that's new that's coming to the Hollywood studios, of course.
Uh-huh.
Kylo Ren.
Uh-huh.
Disneyland as well.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty excited about this.
He's here.
He's here already?
Yeah, I saw. Kylo Ren made his appearance at Disneyland this weekend.
Okay.
He is not over at Walt Disney World yet.
Okay.
He is super intimidating.
Okay.
But also really fun.
How tall is he?
He's.
I don't know how tall that actor is. Is he over like 6 feet?
He's like over 6. He was taller than me.
You know who I met, and I gotta be honest, I was a little disappointed. Chewbacca.
Chewbacca's the best.
I did not care for that.
Chewbacca is just hard to interact with because he just speaks Wookiee. But Kylo Ren's a lot of fun.
Does he speak?
A lot of great interactions. He told me the dark side was calling for me, and I should answer it. But I told him I'll send it to voicemail.
Now he's alternating with Darth Vader, correct?
Not at the moment.
Not yet. Okay.
It's just Kylo Ren all day, all day long.
Cool.
Yeah, so you can go meet him at the launch bay. Eventually, they will be alternating, possibly, maybe even the same day, or one day it's one day and one day.
Oh, no. I hope they don't do that. I think they should alternate throughout the day.
We'll see. Right now, it's Kylo and Chewie at Disneyland. However, if you go over to World, it's Darth and Chewie.
Can you do me a favor? Can I hear your best Kylo Ren impersonation?
No.
Please. I love his
Okay,
little sound thing. Let's hear it.
Hi, I'm Matt.
It doesn't work.
I'm a radar technician.
No. It's terrible. Bad. Kylo Ren at the parks.
That's my Kylo
soon.
Ren.
That was really great. Kylo Ren at Disneyland already coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is cool. Of course, this is what we're expecting. This is what Disney wanted when they bought Lucasfilm. They're getting it. They're everywhere. It's fantastic. Some other new stuff coming to the Hollywood Studios. Let's see. This has to do with Star Wars Land.
Yes.
There's this is rumor.
Yes.
But there was a Consumer Electronics show in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
And it was released that ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, owned by Lucasfilm, is working on a boat ride with projection. Do we think there's something new coming to Star Wars Land that they have not told us yet? What do you think?
Could be. The thing that interests me about this is that, to me, that sounds very similar to what they're doing over in Pandora.
Yes, agreed.
So I'm like...
I'm thinking it's probably Pandora.
Yeah.
We'll get to Pandora in a bit.
Because
but,
Industrial Light and Magic is part of Lucasfilm. However, they work on everything and anything from... Actually, right now, their big thing is Star Wars and Marvel. They're working on all those. So, I'm gonna say it's actually the one from Pandora.
I would assume so as well, but it got me excited.
Yeah, but just a boat ride wouldn't make sense. Like,
hey, through Yoda's swamp? That'd be cool.
I would say maybe like Naboo. But
it's a new planet. There could be swamp lands, there could be desert lands, there could be everything lands on this one little planet. Who knows?
But no.
Maybe.
but no.
But no. And then, of course, recently, I actually don't know 100% when, but Club Villain?
Yes.
When did that officially open?
2 weeks ago.
How long is it running?
Question mark?
Okay. This is a hard ticket event.
Yes.
Okay.
After hour. During hour. I'm not sure. Don't quote me.
So basically, we don't know the details of Club Villain.
It's at night.
I'll tell you why I don't know the details. I watched the opening video.
I haven't.
Oh my god, is it lame? Oh my god,
Don't tell me that.
It's lame.
Because from all the pictures I saw and like everything, I'm like, yes, I want to do this. But I didn't see the video.
It did nothing for me. There's a host character that was like trying so hard to get applause that people are like, yeah, like people didn't care from what I could tell. And It was just very lame. It was like the introduction of the villains. Can we get some new villains in these things? Like, listen, I get it. Maleficent's iconic and Queen. I did see a face Queen of Hearts.
It's face Queen. They're all face characters.
Yeah, so the face Queen of Hearts is pretty cool. That's the first time I'd ever seen that.
And did you see their actual their meet and greet sets?
No, I just saw
so cool.
I just saw the video of the opening, the announcing them coming out, and Dr. Facilier does a whole musical number to introduce them all. I just felt I was like, if I wanted to see this, I'll just go to Mickey's Halloween party. Is kind of how I felt about it. It didn't excite me. It looked like they dragged out folding chairs and tables into Club Disney,
Yes,
which is essentially what they did. But it just didn't look. The one thing I will say about that space, that whole 360 projection is pretty cool. The whole top half of the wall is all projection, and that's pretty cool. They did a nice job with that, but I would not pay more than $20 to have that experience. So what is it, 90?
Here it is. So basically, it's a night event after obviously Club Disney, which is that new dance party over by Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror, transforms into Club Villain at night, and it's a $99 hard ticket event.
No way.
Comes complete with entertainment and meet and greets, as well as a dessert and open bar. So if you can drink $99 worth of, which is pretty easy considering Disney prices on alcohol.
That's at least 9 drinks, isn't it?
No, these drinks are at least
drinks?
$15 each. So
okay. Still, that's 7 drinks.
Plus the desserts. So all the drinks are themed to villains, so that's cool. But what's really interesting about this is with these events like this, people are always complaining about meet and greets and waiting for characters. However, when you come to the event, you actually get a return time to meet the character. Okay. So you have you're meeting Queen of Hearts and Maleficent, and they on your place card at the table, it gives you a time. So you wait maximum 5 minutes per character. The cool part about the characters are actually their actual sets. Because each character set is a giant throne. So each character has their own giant throne that's all themed to them.
So Cruella has a throne now. Yeah. I guess she always did in her office though.
But they're massive. Maleficent even has Diablo thing next to her, and
a Diablo thing.
He's sitting next to her.
Nice.
But to me, it's super cool. If I had $100 to spare and I was somehow at Hollywood Studios with nothing to do, I'd probably do it.
I there's no way I'd spend $99 on that. Sorry. But I mean, you like meet and greets more than me. So I guess, what you're saying is you feel like it's worth it for the meet and greets alone.
No. Okay. Add the drinks and the food, and yeah.
Okay.
And
who are officially there? There's Queen of Hearts,
Maleficent,
Snow White's queen, and Dr. Facilier,
and
Cruella.
No, there's 6 of them.
Somebody wasn't in the opening ceremony then, I think. That's.
I don't remember.
Well, I want to see you. I want to see Ursula. Give me Ursula. I'll consider it.
Nope.
Give me some Frollo. I'll consider it. Give me just.
This would all be fur. It's not fun to interact with fur.
Actually, Frollo, at least overseas, they do a face, Frollo, and Ursula, there is no official Ursula, so that wouldn't necessarily be fur. They need to make an awesome Ursula who couldn't move the whole night.
No, you're staying right here.
But listen, Ariel didn't move either when she's got her flipper
That's
on.
True.
So I think they could make it work. I think they should make it work. Yeah, $99. That's crazy. I doubt that desserts taste that good.
And the drinks.
I'm curious actually how it's doing. If it's selling out. The thing that just really surprised me was how out of it the crowd seemed. Maybe it was a crowd full of people who had just done a full day at the theme park or something, but somehow I doubt it.
I'm almost guaranteeing if you saw an opening day show is just all media people just with their camera.
Fair enough. It might have just been a lot of media people who didn't, got in for free and didn't care. That is completely possible. So check out the video.
I'm going to.
By the way, I didn't mention it yet, but if you didn't get it already, go get the Hunchback of Notre Dame studio cast recording because it's phenomenal.
It came out.
It came out. It's amazing. So make sure you get that. So that's the news for the Disney's Hollywood Studios. That's a lot of Hollywood Studios news. I do love that park, even though it's... Oh, Muppets is safe, I'm hearing. That's great. Maybe
Gotta keep one of them.
Maybe they'll revamp it. I think the Pizza Planet closed, right? At least it has walls up around it right now. Maybe it's not closed, but it's got walls up around it. So maybe they're just doing some work on it. But yeah, Muppet Vision, yay, sticking around. Hopefully coming back here soon. You really truly don't think so?
No, yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
You think Frozen the Musical and Frozen Sing-Along are going to stay there?
Frozen Sing-Along is definitely closing when Frozen the Musical opens. However, Muppets is not coming back.
What do you think is?
It's going to be something new.
I doubt it. Is that? Have you heard rumors?
We'll see.
You've heard rumors?
Will we?
Okay. And before we go, I do want to mention some news with movie release dates.
Yeah.
Some big news. Star Wars Episode 8. Does that have a title, by the way? No, just Star Wars Episode 8 has been pushed to December 2017. Now, I got to be honest, this came as a surprise to me only because I thought it was coming out December 2017. Apparently, it was scheduled for May 2017. There's a few reasons I think this is happening. Apparently, they haven't even started shooting yet. So I think that they won't be ready by May 2017. But I also feel like December is like the home for Star Wars now.
No, yeah.
I think that makes plenty of sense. I like it.
One of the big reasons is because around that time is usually a Marvel release too.
Around May or December?
Yeah, May. So to have Star Wars come out during a Marvel release, they kind of would be competing with each other.
What's coming out? What Marvel release is coming out? We don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
But the Marvel usually has that. Last year we had Avengers. This year we have Captain America: Civil War. What's next? I don't know.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Guardians 2? I don't know.
I feel like they're competing with themselves everywhere now, because when I heard it got bumped to December 2017, my first thought was, oh my God, they're screwing themselves with Avatar 2. But then come to find out that now is being pushed.
Well, Avatar is not really a Disney property. It's leased.
True.
That's
true. They're in so much trouble with Avatar Land, is all I'm going to say. Or, excuse me, Pandora, the land of Avatar.
I think the land in the park will do great.
I don't. I think it will, crowd-wise, sure, it'll attract people.
It will definitely...
It's not going to sell toys.
It will definitely not be a Wizarding World.
No, and it's not going to sell toys. It's not going to sell merch. It's just not.
And I think...
Tell me a character's name from Avatar.
I think they Natiri.
Tell me another.
Jake.
I can't name a single character. I don't think a lot of people could make a list of the main characters. It's so forgettable to me.
So I think they realized this into the project because what Avatar was supposed to be was that competitor for Wizarding World.
Yeah.
Now it's Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I mean, when you buy Lucasfilm, there's no way they weren't going to build a Star Wars thing. But yeah, Pandora is in trouble. I'm saying it here first. I would say...
I think it's in trouble. It's just not going to do
I would
amazing.
say, what do you think the typical, when a new land opens, when do you think the crowds start, weaning normally? Like a year into it? Year and a half?
It all depends.
I give Pandora 6 months until the crowds start drastically dropping.
I can tell you that maybe just because it was already established before, but... Diagon Alley was not as successful as Wizarding World opening wise. That waned within 6 months.
And that's fantastic. But then
it's also just the time period.
Yeah, time of year.
No matter what opens, things will wane during specific periods. Yeah. So we'll see.
In any case,
we got another year.
Listen, I'm excited to see Pandora. I truly am. I think it's going to be beautiful and have some great stuff, hopefully. I'm just saying, it's not great.
We got another year.
But it's kind of a bummer because I thought it was going to coincide with the movie release, and now it's definitely not going to, unless Pandora opens later than expected, which wouldn't really surprise us. No. So Episode 8 pushed to 2017 December, which means The Dead Man Tells No Tales, the next Pirates movie, has been moved up from July 7th, 2017 to May 2017, which is when Star Wars is supposed to happen. So, whatever. It's pirates.
Yay!
I'm over it. I'd rather ride the ride 100 times in a row than see another one of those movies, to be honest.
I'll see it.
Will you really? You've seen them all?
I didn't see the fourth one.
Will
in
you
theaters.
see? But you did see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't even seen. How many are there? 4 now.
4.
And this is the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen the 4th. I was done after 3. I'm like, I'm so done. So yeah. So that's the movie news. That's the Disney Hollywood Studios news, which I think means it's trivia time. You want to hit me?
Yeah.
Hit me.
We were talking about Disney Hollywood Studios.
We were.
Uh-huh. It was originally named Disney's MGM Studios.
Uh-huh.
What year did that change?
I want to say it was a 10-year contract, so I'm going to say 1999. The contract went through 99, so I'm going to say 2000.
So it changed from MGM to Hollywood Studios in 2000.
That's what I'm going to say.
You're wrong.
Okay, wait a sec. Let me... I thought it was a 10-year contract with MGM. Was it a 15-year? Let me think.
I can tell you, I definitely went to the parks when it was called MGM. And I still call it MGM. That shows you that it was not that long as you may think.
So wait a sec. So in 2001, during years of 100 Years of Magic, I guess maybe it was still MGM at that point. So maybe I'm going to say 2003. 2003. Am I getting closer?
Officially, MGM was transferred to Hollywood Studios January 2008.
Whoa! 2008?
2008.
So that's 19 years the park was open with Disney MGM Studios. It hasn't been very long at all.
And we're getting
And
another
now we're going to
change.
get another name. Wow.
Yeah. Officially, it was made to change in 2007, but the official date, I think, was January 7th, 2000.
And it was because the contract ran out with MGM, right? I mean, MGM went bankrupt.
From what I know, it was just like marketing wise, the park reflects more of an overall brand of Hollywood rather than a specific studio.
That's like saying Disney parks represent an overall brand, considering so much of the stuff at one point anyway, it wasn't owned by Disney, but that's an interesting little tale. Mine is date related as well. We were talking about a bunch of stuff that closed at the Hollywood Studios, and I'm curious if you have dates of the openings of these. I'm looking for the Erfell Tower, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Movie Set Playground, and Lights, Motors, Action Stunt Show, Extreme Stunt Show.
Lights, Motors, Action. Well, didn't you say it?
Yeah, although I think my math was off or something, because what I read, the date doesn't make sense.
Because, yeah.
Maybe it wasn't the 100 Years of Magic. When the heck was all that stuff
Year of
going
a
over?
Million Dreams was like 2009?
Nope. It was earlier than that.
8.
Nope.
Year of a Million Dreams?
Oh, no, I'm talking about Motors.
No, yeah, I'm talking, but you were saying
I'm talking 100.
early.
I was thinking it was with 100 Years of Magic, which was 2001, because it was Walt's 100th birthday. But I guess maybe it wasn't that. No,
Lights, Motors, Action definitely came in like 2006.
2005. So what the heck were they celebrating in 2005? What was their made-up celebration? Oh, duh! It was Disneyland's 50th anniversary.
Disneyland's? Disney World? No,
Disneyland's. So they were.
that's
I think
what
they
you
were
were
doing.
thinking of.
They were doing the whole celebration around the.
Sure.
Yes, 2005. Okay, cool. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Movie Set Playground opened in
1997.
No.
1994.
Nope.
1996.
Nope. Going the wrong way.
1990.
Yeah, 1990. It opened soon after the park opened. And then there's the Erfell Tower.
Park open.
Which was? He's thinking with his hands, folks.
1988.
9.
9.
1989. They beat the battle of opening before Universal Studios Orlando, which opened in 1990. They opened the park early before it was finished so that they could be the movie studio park to open first. 1989, soon thereafter, 1990, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Movie Set Playground, and then the rest is history. Yeah, woohoo! So, listen, Disney MGM Studios, Disney's Hollywood Studios, whatever your name is.
Whatever
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
tell
call
you,
you.
I've actually always been a big fan of that park. I know these days a lot of people kind of grumble about that park. Still has things I really like about it. I think they're gonna do like they did with DCA and completely revamp it, and I think it'll be a good thing once it's done. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anyway, I think that does it for us this week, right?
Yeah.
Folks, of course, we'll be back next Wednesday for a brand new episode, but you can connect with us between episodes, places like
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah.
Our blog post on Tumblr. SoundCloud.
Yeah.
iTunes.
All that fun stuff. So go to DisneyCoastToCoast.com where you can check out all of those links there, as well as some other cool stuff. So go there and have a fantastic week. We'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Barges kind
Yeah.
of thing. They're calling them like lanterns.
Okay.
Sure. But yeah, there's gonna be live performers on those barges. So
Cool. Yes, definitely looking forward to that. It'll be nice to be in that park at night.
yeah, exactly.
I will definitely get lost. I get lost in that park in the daytime.
Yeah.